then just send it down. Hey, ta-da! I don't know if you can get much more Christmas than that. Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Clay Hurley, this is my channel. Welcome. We make fun stuff here. If you're new here, hey, how you doing? Hope you liked the video. If you've been here, thanks. Merry Christmas, guys. It's kind of almost Christmas. A couple weeks away. It's December though. So today we are making Spider-Man's. I don't really know what to call this yet because as of the time of recording this, Far From Home hasn't came out yet, but this is like Spider-Man's like golden magic shooter from Far From Home. When he has like that suit that has the like Doctor Strange powers, like the black and gold one, this is like the gauntlet that he has on. Don't exactly know what it does yet, but I made it. And not really able to get too many reference pictures right now. I basically just went based off of the Hot Toys toy. So I'm sure in the movie there might be like different like symbols and stuff on it that I just didn't know about because it's like a toy, so it's like this big. Yeah, honestly, it was a very quick and very easy build. There's no lights in this one because I didn't know where to put the lights. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video of how to make this. So for starters, this entire thing is made out of EVA foam, and I started by getting a rough cast of my arm using aluminum foil and duct tape. And then I just cut it off, tape it back up, and then I start drawing on it the kind of basic shape that we're gonna call it a gauntlet. The basic shape that the web gauntlet is gonna be. So yeah, here I'm just cutting the shape out with my X-Acto knife, laying it on some foam and tracing it out. Toward the bottom of the forearm, I do a slit down the middle, and this is so I can lay it all out flat, and then later when I cut the foam and put it back together, it'll be kind of a curved shape. I go more into detail on it in my Winter Soldier video if you want to check that out. So I just used some duct tape and did like a basic rough fit of how it's gonna fit on. And then I took it all apart. And then I bust out the rubber cement. And for EVA foam, rubber cement is a good adhesive to use. So you can see how it's curved. Once I put the two splits together, you can see how it's more of a curve, right, as opposed to just being flat. On the inside, I did put a little bit of extra hot glue just because I knew that was going to be a point where I'd be pulling on it to put it on. So I just put a little bit of hot glue just to make sure that it's strong. For the detail work, it was just a lot of tracing and just cutting out little pieces and just layering it on. So basically kind of what I'm doing is like I cut this bit out of like 2mm craft foam, layered it on, cut this little bit out of 2mm craft foam, layered it on, and then from basically here up is a whole separate piece of 2mm craft foam. And then all these little extra bits are 2mm craft foam, and so are these are also 2mm craft foam. So I start with the base of 4mm and then add a bunch of 2mm on top of it. So like that's what I'm doing right here is I'm cutting out the second separate piece of 2mm craft foam. Here I'm cutting out the strips that like go across. The design was kind of looked like wrappings. So yeah, what I did was I layered half of the second layer on and then made sure to put those wrappings on and then layered the other piece of 2mm on top of it. And that kind of gives it, the look of it like going inside of the piece. So you basically do like a sandwich. And with the edges, I'm not worrying too much about lining them up perfectly because I'm just gonna use my Dremel tool and smooth it all out later. And throughout most of this process, I would hit it with the heat gun real quick, just like really quick, and then just kind of form it to my arm just to make sure that it's keeping that kind of arm shape. Because the more foam that you add, the more it kind of wants to not be in that shape, if that makes sense. And so I just kept adding the heat gun and kept forming it as I was going on. And for this little piece that I put above the circle, I made sure to have it overhang from the 4mm a little bit, just because I thought it gave it that kind of, I don't know, I just thought it kind of gave it a cool little extra look. And also, so when you put it on and you like lift your hand up, it kind of forms with your hand. Oh my God. Oh my God. That would have been a lot of money to replace. Oh, but you know what they say? It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets. The Mets, baby. Let's go. The Mets. I'm using my Dremel tool to flat out all the edges. And so before I grinded it all down, there was a lot of like overhang and you could tell that it was multiple pieces. And then I used my grinding stone Dremel bit and flattened it all out, and it has like a nice clean look to it. And then I'm just using a couple different smaller bits to grind in some of the details. So while I was grinding, it was just kind of hard to see what I was doing, especially with all like the extra Sharpie lines that I had. So I sprayed it with a quick layer of Plastidip and then drew out everything that I wanted with like a silver Sharpie. And that ended up being a lot easier just to see what I've already done, what I still need to do, and it was a lot less confusing. For the closing bit, I ended up cutting off that piece because it just wasn't working like how I wanted it to. So I cut two shapes from a 4mm craft foam and a 2mm craft foam. And I ended up laying down a bit of elastic strap that I had from one of my masks, and kind of ended up creating like a sandwich. And I left the elastic free, like I didn't put any glue. I only put glue on the ends of the elastic and not on the elastic itself, and then created like a sandwich across it, and it allows it to still stretch freely like that. And so you could just use Velcro if you want, but I didn't have any Velcro and I didn't feel like running to the store to get Velcro. And also, I just feel like that this is kind of an easier option, because then you can just slide on it like that. And then, like, you know, there's not like a very clean close to it, but I'm not too worried about it. I took another Dremel tool and just kind of added some scuffs to it, made it look kind of battle damaged. Didn't really have too much of a plan with this. It was just kind of running a grinding bit over some of it. And then I did another layer of Plastidip over the entire thing, just so it was all the same color. And then I did a layer of gold spray paint. And then once that dried, it was time to distress it. And so I mainly just used like some black acrylic and just kind of dabbed black acrylic on it, wiped it off, and it kind of just showed the highlights a lot more, or it just kind of showed the detail a lot more, because then the black acrylic would get into like the little crevices and stuff, and when you wiped it away it would stay in the crevices, but then like the top would be cleaner. So I show a close-up bit right here. You just kind of dab it on, really try to get it in like the cracks and stuff, and then you kind of wipe it away and it stays down in the cracks. And then also, just because it is black paint, it kind of dirties the whole thing up anyway, so it just kind of gives it like a nice aged look. And yeah, I just do that over the entire thing, literally just using black acrylic. And then I dry brush on some gold acrylic. So I've explained this a couple times before, but dry brushing is when you take your brush, you get a little bit of paint on, and then you dab most of it off, and then you just kind of barely brush over it, right? And what this does is it really captures the like higher ridges. So then like the higher ridges get a nice like highlight, and then the lower ridges stay nice and dark. And so just having that contrast really brings out the detail. And then you hit it with a nice thick coat of a gloss finish to make it nice and shiny and to make it kind of look like metal. And there you go, there you have it, there it is. But since it is the holidays, I do have a nice present for you, and that present is some sick B-roll. Go to the B-roll. So there you guys have it. There is the Spider-Man Far From Home gauntlet magic web shooter. I don't know what to call it yet. But yeah, hopefully you guys like the video. If you like the video, then like the video. If you like me, then subscribe. Maybe leave a comment in the comment section of what I should make next, or different ideas I should do. And yeah, all my Instagram and all my social medias and everything will be down in the description, so make sure you check that out. There should be a couple videos popped up on the screen of other videos I made. Check those out if you want to check those out. So thanks for watching. Happy holidays, and I'll see you guys around.